Hello guys, it's Andrew from 510 Books. Happy New Year, a late Merry Christmas. It is January 2nd, Monday, January 2nd, 2023. So 2 days into the new year. Hope you had a great holiday, New Year's, etc. And now you're ready to start focusing on your reselling business. That's what I talk about here. As you can see, I have a store in Southern California, 510 Books and Media. It's open every week, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 to 5. And I have another location, a standalone bookstore that I'm working on opening this year. It will open this year. And of course, I sell on Amazon and I sell on eBay. I've been selling on Amazon for over 8 years, 8+ years, and on eBay for 5.5 years now. eBay has become my main source of online income and outside of my physical store here. Amazon has fallen to the wayside for a variety of reasons, but this year I am going to focus on rebuilding it and getting my numbers up with merchant fulfilled as well as FBA. I'll probably be doing more merchant fulfilled than FBA just because of how Amazon is in terms of, just dealing with not necessarily worrying about items getting lost or damaged as much as finding the right items that make sense for FBA over merchant fulfilled. I would rather do FBA in a lot of instances because the book or CD or audiobook or video game, or mostly what I sell on there right now, are out of my hair. I don't have to ship it. I don't have to deal with it. I barely have to think about it other than repricing and getting rid of the item once if it doesn't sell, over a long period of time. So aside from that, I don't really have to think about it. With merchant fulfilled, of course, I have to I have to store it, and then when it sells, I have to ship it. But I have to make sure that I'm storing it in a place where I can find it pretty quickly. So all of that is more involved. Now, if the price point is pretty similar, it kind of depends. If I have enough items to ship out for FBA, I'll probably ship it out. If I don't, I'll probably just list it merchant fulfilled. But that's a little insight into what I think or how I run it. Of course, eBay, my numbers on eBay, my total listings right now are barely over 2,000. I got up to close to 2,100, but I've been selling a lot this last week or so. Even today, it being Monday, it's still a holiday, so everything's closed. I don't have to actually ship anything out till tomorrow, but I will be preparing for tomorrow, so I don't have to ship everything at once because I probably sold at this point around 20 items on eBay. I sold 2 on Amazon, merchant fulfilled. So anyway, so that's where I am with that. But I'm at 2,000, just over 2,000 items listed in my eBay store, and that mostly happened, or I really hit that number mostly with a lot of help from someone I hired to list on eBay for me. I still list on there as well, but he has listed hundreds of items, probably, it's hard to say exactly, but hundreds, not 1,000, probably close to 500 items total, maybe more than that. And that's been going well, but I want to keep that going, list a lot more, because I do have a decent amount of items under the table here where I keep stuff in the warehouse that I have gone through Gaylords or donations or local buys for to be sold on Amazon, to be sold on eBay. I'm up to about 3 small boxes. These are not like normal size boxes, but anyway, a decent amount of stuff, maybe 50, 60 items, maybe more, maybe 70. So it starts to accumulate, and whether he's going to do it or I'm going to do it, that stuff needs to be listed, because the bottom line is, whatever point of the time, or whenever it is in the year that items are going to, or if items don't get listed, they're not going to sell. So you can list 20 items and maybe they're not that great and only a couple sell quickly, and then the rest take a while and some never sell or take a long time. You can list 20 items and maybe 5 will sell immediately, and then another 5 will sell in the next week or two, and then another 5 will sell in the next month or two, and there you go. You never know. But the bottom line is, which is logical, but the bottom line is, the more you list items, the better. I don't believe in, or I haven't seen any proof for listing something every day, and you need to list something every day, but you should be listing every week. whether you're listing every day a little bit, or whether you're listing every other day, or you're listing 3 days a week, or even just 1 day a week, but a good amount, keep listing. That's really the bottom line. You don't list, you don't sell. So, of course, you should come up with streamlined ways to list your items using templates, doing all the photos at once, or however your process is. I like to take all the photos at once. Let's say I have 40 items. I'll photograph all of them here at first, take all the items home, upload all the photos. So I have all the photos on my computer. I prefer to list on my computer than on my phone. However, if my store is open and I'm here, I will list on my phone. But if I have the option, I will photograph them with my phone camera, and then I'll go home, upload them to my computer, my laptop, and then I will list them on the laptop, which is more thorough and quicker for me. And so I batch all the photos together, and then I will list everything for the most part. Sometimes I have to break it up if I don't have, the time on a given day. But anyway, that's how I do it. Figure out what works best for you. So also in this video, I want to talk about real quick goals, right? So hold on a second. Okay. My battery on my phone is going to die soon, so I'll end here pretty quickly. Goals are great, but if you don't have a deadline and you don't have some sort of plan for them, it's probably not going to happen. So if you're kind of vague about it, versus if you have a deadline, it's probably going to work out better for you. So as an example, one of my short-term goals is to get through this Gaylord here, which is DVDs and some CDs, and the other one over there, which is not a Gaylord, but it's a pallet stacked with boxes of DVDs. So my deadline is by January 31st to have gone through all of those, both of those. And what I mean by that, I don't mean just pulling them out, just pulling everything out, really. But I mean pulling everything out of the boxes, sorting them, figuring out what I'm going to do with them. So I will get a lot of loose DVD lots out of this, as well as a ton of new inventory for my local sale, as well as stuff I will find that I can sell on eBay. And when it comes to CDs, probably some stuff to sell on Amazon as well. But my deadline is January 31st. How am I going to do that? So this week, tomorrow or Wednesday, I will spend 3 or 4 hours going through the pallet over there, or just starting to go through more boxes, because it does take time. And then when I'm open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week, I will be going through them as well while I'm open. What I like to do when it's not busy or when it's slow is I go through stuff like that. I always have something to go through and sort and figure out how I can make money off of it. So that's what I'll be doing. And if I keep pushing that way, I should get through all of this by the end of the month. I'm setting a deadline, though, that I absolutely have to. So in my mind, I'm plugging away every week. I also plan on going to a thrift store each week to add to with the focus of Amazon. But of course, if I come across something that makes sense for eBay and there's good profit in there, I will buy it. My main focus is Amazon, using my scanner on my phone, the Bluetooth scanner, as well as the app on my phone. So those are other things that there's no deadline for that, but the point is to methodically go at least to one thrift store, or designate one day, or part of a day rather. It's going to be more in the 2 to 3 hour range on a certain day, because when school starts up for my kids, I got to pick them up after school. So just figuring that out and working away at it, trying to get my goal will be so that's a goal, right? Not a deadline, but my goal will be to find enough items for Amazon to resell, that I will ship out, do a shipment a week for FBA. If I don't have enough for FBA, then at least I'm listing on Merchant Fulfilled, and ideally doing both. And it's amazing. I do find stuff in thrift stores that I can actually sell in my store. So that also happens. But so I will be doing that as well. Hold on. So let me know what some of your goals are for this year and how you're going to go about that. Another big goal, I will say 2 big goals for this year, which are more long-term, and I got to figure out, how to the process to go through that, and setting goals and looking at a deadline is to what I would like to do is find a traditional retail space and move my store to that and keep this warehouse for going more bulk in the direction of bulk, whether it's going to be Gaylords or whether it's going to be soliciting donations. That will be worked out, but whichever way it ends up going, that this will become storage for items on Amazon and on eBay, and I will be sorting. I will have somebody here. Initially, I will be doing the sorting, and then I'll have somebody listing on eBay and on Amazon, train them how to do that, and then over time find somebody who I can show how to sort through the items so that I can work towards that. Now, that all hinges upon me finding a new retail space, which I'm not going to rush into because I need to find one that makes sense financially, as well as where it is location-wise. How long is the lease? How big is it? How is it set up? All those kind of things is not something I'm rushing into. So the chances of me finding a retail space this year are possible, but based upon how high leases are in my area, any better areas where there's a lot of traffic, either foot traffic or people driving through and other businesses bringing a lot of people in, it can be pricey. So that may not happen this year, but I will be looking for it and searching. In the meantime, I'll be using this space in between being open as working on figuring out how I can have someone here to help me move my online stuff faster and get to my goals of, I would like to this year double what I have on eBay. Doubling what I have on Amazon is not much, so I would say I want to try to hit 1,000 items. 1,000 plus between merchant fulfilled and FBA would be nice, so I can really supplement the eBay income. So those are some of my goals, and let me know what you think, or let me know in the comments below, what you're looking to do this year for your business. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. Take care.